All right, guys, a long time coming here. We got Hank. Haven't fired it up in a while. Cold start, been sitting here. Monday morning, we're going to load up, head to TKM Performance. Got it in park. Let it prime for a second. Fire right up. Grab some goodies over here. Got a HOLLEY CAN bus splitter. We'll give Kevin his choice of options as far as he wants to look at it on the screen or just use his computer. He's going to be shifting it though. We didn't hook up the air shifter. Set all this stuff right in here. Now, I am very happy with everything on this car. We still have a little bit of work left to do. We're going to put a rear shock travel sensor on it, put a dash in it. What else? Air shifter we have to hook up, but I have everything to do that. And then we have to figure out some sort of solution to this steering column issue because, as you can see, my bump button has gotten destroyed. The wires get caught in between the quick release hub and the factory steering column. You guys can see there, and it rips them apart. So with the trans brake, I can't do anything. I can't lose that. I'll lose reverse, and if we decide to go off the hub dyno today, we will not be able to do that. So really going to be careful to make sure this doesn't get caught up. The bump box, this thing's already smoked, so there's nothing we can do about that. We'll put a new one on there. So we're gonna get this thing loaded up. Pulled it in the box. I mean, we got 5 gallons there. I'm sure we'll bring an extra 5 gallons. This thing's still covered with rubber. I forgot to clean that off. You know, if you guys saw yesterday's video, we have a few irons in the fire, so we can get distracted quite quickly. But yeah, we're in the box, good to go. Strap her down, head up to TKM Performance, and have some dyno day fun.
12 seconds later.
All right, guys, we have made it. TKM Performance. The day, I don't know if you guys have been waiting for it, but I've been waiting for it. We are going on the dyno, which means pretty much the final step. We got a few little things we got to do before Hank hits the track this Thursday, but we got Hank, the world's most badass, internet crazed new edge Mustang. Is this the world's most badass YouTube?
I thought it was the baddest new edge on TikTok.
The baddest, well, it is that, but also on like Facebook, Instagram, MySpace. I mean,
if you're going Facebook, I don't know, that's a pretty broad, there's a lot of people that have Facebook.
Oh.
There's some pretty fast new edges.
Yeah, but they're not like on Facebook like I'm on Facebook. Okay. Yeah, you got to have like a public figure page like I got. I'm stipping it. But we're here, so I just wanted to do a quick disclaimer, quick little update here. We'll show you the engine, what we got going on here. So we built this thing in-house at LS Nasty, bought the car, pretty much stripped it down to a roller. It is a modified Black Sheep Stage 1 engine package. So, I actually bought a rotating assembly off Logan, which was purchased off Turbo Bullet, and it was a mess. Brought it up here. Kevin and the guys went through and kind of cleaned up some of the machine work that was done incorrectly. But the main difference between this engine and their engine packages here is the rod. This has an H-beam rod. The Black Sheep Stage 1 comes with a boost line I-beam, which is a much, much, much stronger rod. So we are going to be pushing the limits of this rod well past where they should to make the power that we want to. That's just a disclaimer. Other than that, it is the Black Sheep Stage 1 camshaft, valve train, cylinder head, crank, pistons, but the rod that's really different. It's not good. I'd be much happier if it had the better rod in it, but it doesn't, so we're just working with what we got. But this thing's bad to the bone, so we're going to call it the more budget Black Sheep Stage 1. Pretty simple HOLLEY Terminator deal. We got 2 forced inductions turbos. We got titanium exhaust from TISS Fab. This thing's absolutely badass. Bosch 210s, 2 Magna fuel pumps. We got Sammy. We got to make some horsepower. What do you think about this Black Sheep Stage 1, modified Black Sheep Stage 1?
I love it.
Yeah? Well, there's
What's all this?
a little rubber. I didn't clean it off from
My specialty.
I didn't clean it off from the last outing. So yeah, we're gonna get this out. Kevin, are we gonna blow it up today?
I hope so.
Yeah? I was telling everybody, it's kind of like the Black Sheep Stage 1 engine package, but with an H-beam rod. So the H-beam rod's not that good.
I got one question.
Yeah.
You got one strap on the carpet 10 laying back here.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
There's 2 for the whole car, but there's 10 in the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have enough power.
Hey,
You
it
got it.
stayed in the trailer.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're good. We got it down to a science now. Last time it was one strap on the back and the
It's
winch.
usually one of these up front.
Dude,
Is this thing went car, right?
yeah, this is the burnout contest. Should have won the burnout, but all the Mustang
Look at all
people.
this tire. How did it not win? Look at the tire all over.
I was shooting flames and it didn't blow up. Literally was the best burnout at Mustang Week. So we're gonna get it unstrapped. Are we going hub dyno or rollers?
Whatever you want.
I think we could do rollers. Or do you want to put on the hub dyno?
Okay. I'm here to make you happy. Whatever.
All right, we need to make 2,000 horsepower on an H-beam rod.
Okay, let's not make you happy.
We got the floor scrubber plugged in, ready.
All right, we're gonna get this out the trailer, and I think we'll go on the rollers today just because I'm being lazy. Stop. Don't start doing this.
That makes sound good.
It does sound good, dog.
I think I got you.
I know, I was like, it's knocking already.
What's it gonna make?
I want to see what it makes on wastegate, honestly, for here on the dyno. If we can mix it like 1,000 horsepower, 1,100 horsepower, I'd be good with it, and then we'll do the rest of the tuning at the track. Just get like a real solid baseline, make sure everything's good. This is kind of like we've been driving it a lot, but we haven't like been turning it up. I like to come up here, TKM Performance, they got the hub dyno, they got the chassis dyno. If you're gonna have any failures, it's gonna be your first time out or something like that. So if you're gonna have a failure having it on the dyno here, it's no big deal. Controlled environment, fire extinguishers around, you're not going 100 and some miles an hour, so it's worth, sometimes it can be worth your whole racing operation. Just come up here, put it on the dyno. The chassis dyno is great, the hub dyno for the race car stuff is even better because you can do simulated runs leaving off the trans brake. But this thing here, you know, street car, we're gonna keep it on the rollers. See what it makes on wastegate, put some dome pressure to it and turn it up, and then just, you know, like I said, 1,000 horsepower. I think it'll make it no problem to make way more than that, but we'll save that for like Joey Salsa or someone, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to like go here and show all my cars. So I'll be transparent. We'll show you the dyno numbers, and if it slings a rod out of it, you know, because
You'll
Kevin
see
puts
that too.
35 degrees of timing in it at 30 pounds of boost.
Yeah, we
you
showed
know?
him how to do that last week.
We're not going to use your timing table,
No,
David.
I can show you something.
All right, so little bare bones. Gonna work on it a little bit this week, get ready for Thursday. Pretty simple setup, 2 Magna Fuel, 750 pumps, so we're really gonna test the fuel system out. We gotta clean up some wiring over there. We got 15-gallon fuel cell, we got E85. We got Down with the Wiring Dave. Oh, big TikTok guy. Follow him, Big Ford guy on TikTok. Let's see here. 8.8 Power Glide. We got a strange drive shaft in there. Modified, like I said before, modified TKM Black Sheep Stage 1. Some 68mm force inductions, turbos. Guys, TISS Fab. Hit them up. Discount code LS Nasty, get 20% off. Looks pretty good. And just gonna hope that it stays together. Nothing crazy. I think 1,000 horsepower is pretty doable here. Could come pretty quick. Worried about the rod though. We've had a boost line rod. I'd say we're gonna make 1,500-1,600 today on the dyno. But at the track, you know, you can kind of get me to turn it up without any regard to its well-being. So, what do you think an H-beam rod's good for? I think it's like a Cali's Compstar, like 900.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
We're gonna make more than it.
Probably.
Well, how much do you prefer the boost line rod over the rod that's in this motor?
Way better. And what we can do is we should be able to put them side by side a little bit. We'll show everybody the difference. It's just significant.
So the plan is we can do a wastegate pull on it. 4 pounds of boost is what it should make on wastegate, and see what it does.
What do you get? What does your ass dyno tell you?
The ass dyno, listen, I don't know if I was feeling good, but I said like 700 horsepower on 4 pounds, which sounds obnoxious. But the motor itself, right? This is like the same piston out of the Black Sheep Stage 1. This has got the mini hoop with an MLS gasket.
This is the one we done.
Yep. I bought it. I bought the motor. It was kind of jacked up, so I brought it up here to get it fixed. And so we upgraded to the mini hoop. So I think, and I know it'll hold the power, the head will. Now that makes the next weakest link the rod. But when I took it out on the street, only 4 pounds of boost. I mean, this thing was knocking the tire off, like pedaling it. Felt pretty good. So I'm saying 700. I could be wrong.
We'll see.
It felt good. Maybe I was just excited because it was running. I don't know. The tune-up that's in there, Matt did some tuning on it. So drivability is great. It runs good. We try not to be the biggest pain in the ass when we come up here. One thing I will say for all you guys that are going to bring your car up here to the dyno, if you can start it and run it at your house, at your shop before you bring it up here, that'll make Kevin's life a whole lot easier, because a lot of times you can find something leaking, something wrong with the fuel system, you got a bad injector. You can alleviate a lot of issues before you get to the dyno to make the dyno a much more pleasurable experience. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so Kevin's going through the tune-up. We try not to be a nuisance and have some tuning done. We did drive it around on the street. The tune has got to be somewhat close because I did the burnout contest at like 7,200 RPM. Hey, the drive shaft survived, right. So you'll be fine because I was in high gear on the limiter.
That is the good thing.
Yeah, so some HOLLEY stuff, pretty basic. I think Matt just threw a tune-up in there that was kind of close. Target AFR. Oh, it is. We did work a lot on like the tip-in, because driving on the street we had some good time to get that all ironed out. So first pull, we're just going to leave it how it is.
Leave it how it is and pull in the gate, and we'll see how close to 700 you said? 700.
God, it's going to be so wrong, and then everyone's going to be like, oh, your numbers are all wrong. Then you guys are going to tell me that my giveaway doesn't really make 1,200 horsepower. This could be bad. This could be bad. But I will say, this dyno, I'm not going to hype myself up, but this dyno tells a true number. You got to work at it on this dyno here. This dyno is not giving out any free numbers. So, yeah, it's pretty easy. I said 700, but I'm nervous. I might 650. 650? You think it's on 4 pounds? It might make 500, and I'm gonna look like a complete idiot.
Dyno way off.
Butt dyno way off. I just want to rev the shit out of it. nervous. I hope I put everything together correctly. I'm terrified. We've been driving it.
You've got like over 2 hours driving.
I haven't nut and bolted it though. I'm worried.
It didn't like a drop in the trailer.
It might not have any oil in it on the way back though. The new converter is way tighter. The new converter is way tighter. Oh no, 550! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I will say, in my defense, it had a different converter in it when it made 700
Yeah, you really haven't got on it.
with this new converter.
You didn't hit it at all at Myrtle Beach.
So the other converter was too loose. This one here, I told Pete at Circle D, I said, give me a tight one. Good for 1600 horsepower. How tight was that converter, Kevin? That sucker was tight. This, huh? Oh yeah, there was 0% slip at one point. Oh no, this is not good. This is not good. I'm getting flamed in the comment section right now. 530, didn't even get 550. Oh no. Oh no. That's Pete at Circle D's fault. The other converter, it felt
a little bit off.
The other converter felt like 700. This one here is tight, which is good because we're gonna make a lot more power. The other one was too loose for this motor. This thing's a man. Huh? 8s? Yeah. Alright, put a fresh set of plugs in it. The other plugs, I just threw them out. They're in there now. They have like 2-3 hours of just driving and idle time to burn out on there. And we were running pretty fast at one point. So put a new set of plugs in there. It was breaking up. Changed some things on the tune-up. Still running on dome pressure, which is like 3.5 pounds boost. So no crazy boost. I'm still going to stick to my 4.5 pounds, made 700. But 3.5 will make about 550. So you guys still can't yell at me. All right, so we were breaking up. We had some issues before.
Yeah, so basically what we done was we redone the mat, which you just had to start tuning up before, but we redone the mat. Now you can see your RPM graph. It's much nicer, much smoother. This is the pull we just done, pull 2. Now let's open up pull 1 as a comparison, that way you can see. Open data log, pull 1. So you see how choppy that was. Obviously it's much happier like this. We actually leaned it a little bit on this pull, or for the next pull, and for whatever reason we was making 3 pound of boost the first pull.
Yep.
We didn't change no map sensor information whatsoever. We just changed fuel timing slightly, converted the map from V to speed density, so we're actually seeing pounds per hour fuel.
Yep. So this is kind of like the base. So we got our wastegate, tune-up, drivability, everything is good.
Yeah, so basically we went and changed the map. We fixed the fuel pressure setting that made the HOLLEY match. After we done that, obviously the car drove like crap, so it took me a couple times just driving it to get to where it was ready to make another pull. Then we made another pull. It didn't break up for 1, and for 2, it made a little more power.
It was more consistent power though. It held it all the way out. Where on the other one, I don't know if you guys can see, it was falling off, breaking up. We don't like that. So now
what we'll do is we'll put a little dome on it.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
What I do is I just creep up on it.
You want to put like 5 on it to start?
We're not going to slam
30
pounds. I always, so when people come here, first and foremost, we get the car to idle right, drive right, then we're able to make a wide open throttle pull. then we'll start stacking boost on.
And I think that's important because you go to the track, and I know like on the race car stuff, you put them on the chip, especially on the hub dyno, you put them on the chip, you leave from there, you get that right. There's a lot of guys at the track where you can tell their tune-up's not right, and like they struggle to get on the chip, or they have all these other issues that you kind of alleviate.
I've always said that drag racing a turbo car, it's almost half of it is the start line before you went off the button.
Yeah,
Half
no,
of it.
totally right. So all right, 50 pounds of dome pressure on this, and then we'll...
Yeah. Let's jack up the regulator and the CO2 bottom.
All right, guys, we got 5 pounds of dome on there, and then a little ramp to 8 pounds of dome just to finish it off. First time putting any boost to it. We'll see how much boost it makes. If it makes like 8 to 10 pounds, I think it'd be pretty good. Turbos really haven't worked. Motor really hasn't made any big power. I mean, 3 pounds of boost, that's like running that motor on all motors. So it's a very healthy motor, sounds good. Great oil pressure. We got a Melling 10 355 oil pump in there. So 70 pounds of oil pressure at idle, 100 going down track. You really can't beat that. And everything seems to be working good. Turbos are scavenging good. Radiator's keeping it cool. Alternator's charging. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, I just opened up the CO2. We're gonna put. You can't touch this thing.
You can't touch the car.
We're gonna ease into it. I am a little like PTSD because brown sugar. We put like 20 pounds of dome pressure and it made 32 pounds of boost, which is like unheard of. Extremely efficient, too efficient. So this 5 pounds of boost with the twin turbo setups. I think it takes more dome pressure to make more. It depends. You got to think about it like this. You're controlling the wastegate. So brown sugar has one single 44 millimeter turbo one single 44 millimeter wastegate for the entire turbo system. This thing, it's got 2 turbos. It's got 2 44 millimeter wastegates. So that one might be under wastegate. That's why it made so much. This one here is probably going to take more. I assume this one will be more 1-to-1. So we'll see what it does. Turbos haven't even started working yet. Interested to see what kind of power it's going to make. All right, David, look at the color on the exhaust. I don't like looking at that one though because I messed up welding it. But this one here, looking great, looking great. We got Kevin over here doing some fuel tuning. We made some boost. 1,000 horsepower. That's what our goal was. We're gonna make 1,000 horsepower. 1,010. 20 pounds of boost. Just big towing it really. We're having some issues with the PID, but I think that's my own doing, the way we have it configured. So we're running a HOLLEY Terminator, which is you get 4 inputs, 4 outputs, and then I have an input-output module. So I'm running the dome pressure and MAC valve stuff on the input-output module, and it's kind of chasing it. So essentially, you want it to, your dome pressure is going to read, obviously, dome pressure, and that is how much CO2 you're putting on top of the wastegate, and then your MAC valves will either vent or add more pressure to it to get your desired target. Well, it's chasing it right now. So it's adding, then it's too much, then it's venting, it's too much, so it's adding, so it's going like that. Makes it a little bit difficult to control the boost. So it made the 20 pounds of boost kind of by accident, but intentionally on accident because we were getting there regardless. So we're gonna take it back. There's no point to make any more pulls because, I mean, we don't. It's essentially dome control that's out of control. You have a general idea of where it's going to be, but you don't know exactly where it's going to land. So, and I think I do have a little leak because I'm losing some CO2 pressure. So I'm gonna go put it on the lift. I'm gonna nut and bolt it. I'm gonna go over everything I got going on the CO2 system, get the screen in there, get the windows hooked up, get the air shifter hooked up, and then we're gonna get the PID addressed, the PID loop, to make sure it's venting and doing everything as it should. So, is our rubber coming off finally?
Yeah, finally.
Finally? Oh yeah. We're down to an actual tire. Dude, it's still caked on there. That is insane. That is insane. So, yeah, I mean, all is good here. Kevin, Black Sheep Stage 1, you rate at what, 1,000 horsepower? And what it... That's what it's rated for. We just made 1,000 horsepower like it was nothing.
Like it was nothing.
You know, like I said, that's 20 pounds of boost. I'd feel comfortable with 30 stock size head studs, mini hoop, 30 pounds of boost.
Just don't let it rattle. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah. We start knocking it and then it's rod's coming out.
You're done.
So, all right, well, there you guys have it. Look, quick and painless. Now, Kevin, I didn't tell him yet, but I kind of bring you some bullshit up here a little bit. I was like, hey, I didn't put a catch can on that yet. Here's our crankcase ventilation, and then there's our transmission dipstick just floating here. So I got a little bit of tidying up to do, so we'll get that done before we go to the track Thursday.
This is a no-go.
Don't show up here like that.
No-go. No one-o.
Oh, my God. So
It worked. Made 1,000 horsepower. Call it a day.
20 pounds of boost is run of the mill for this. It sounds good, too. Comes on power good. It's the Lamb Cam.
Lamb Cam.
Black Sheep Stage 1 engine package. Same thing, just a better rod, because this thing here is like, we're playing with fire with this rod. But she's hanging in there. I'm going to give her hell at the track, though, let's be honest. So.
I wouldn't expect nothing less.
All right, guys. Well, if you guys need any tuning help, you need any engine packages, any parts, you're building a race motor, you're building a motor for your street car, hit up TKM Performance, Kevin Mullins and the guys up here will get you taken care of. And tuning, chassis dyno, hub dyno, methanol, turbo, nitrous, blower. You guys name it, he'll tune it. You guys, their link's always in the description below. And I think they're giving away a set of Top Fuel hoops. So if you go on their website and buy some merchandise, you can win like a large credit to their shop here. So go check that stuff out. It's time to put it back in the box and head back to Nasty HQ.